7 years ago, I was working for Satan. In fact, I was someone he could count on. And then one day, in my cold and dark cell, I heard a voice. He asked me simply if I was ready. I responded I was, and then everything changed. If you had shown me this photo years ago and said that, Justin, this man is going to be clean, married, raising kids, and working in ministry, I'd have laughed. Or honestly, probably tried to sell you something illegal and then stolen from you. But this was me, addicted, broken, lost. And if you're feeling like there's no way out of the pit that you're in, I'm living proof that there is. And this is my story of how Jesus and the Salvation Army saved my life. Good evening, everyone. My name is Justin. I'm a recovered addict, a soldier in the Salvation Army, and a living, breathing testament to the life-changing power of God's grace. Through Jesus Christ, of course. I'm here not as a perfect man, but as a redeemed one. Someone who once was lost, but now, well, you know the rest of that song. Let me take you back to my life BC, or before Christ. I grew up in a divorced home and one of 5 siblings, always bouncing back and forth between mom and dad's house like a little emotional ping pong ball. I got really good at packing a suitcase, not so good at packing stability. By the time I hit late elementary school, school and I were not best friends. My grades started crashing, and I didn't know how to speak up for myself and ask for help. So instead of raising my hand, I raised my disruption level. I figured if I couldn't be smart, I'd at least be funny. And that earned me a nice reputation as the class clown. I thought I was pretty funny. My teachers, unfortunately, not so much. Then came the big one. My first time trying marijuana at just 12 years old. I still remember it, not because it was some magical and emotional moment, but because I liked how it made me feel, like I didn't have to feel anything else. That was the start of what would become a long and dark road. As you can probably guess, weed didn't stay just weed. I moved on to harder and bigger drugs, stronger highs and deeper lows. I found myself arrested at the tender age of 21, facing a felony possession charge and a DUI. And you know what I was most worried about at that time? How bad is my mugshot gonna look? Maturity level, 0. Reality check, pending. I got released into the Salvation Army's rehab program. It's called the ARC, but I wasn't ready. I went through the motions just to get out, but something happened. A seed got planted. At the time, I didn't realize it, but God was already writing a redemption story. Now, going fast forward, there was more drugs, more jail, more broken promises to myself, my family, and God. Finally, I reached a point where I said, this can't be it. I can't die like this. So I went back into treatment. But this time I meant it. And wow, what a difference it made. I didn't just go through the program, going through the motions. No, I let the program go through me. God began rebuilding me from the inside out. Really stepped into it. It was an emotional and difficult time, but one I would never, ever take back. After graduating the program, the Salvation Army actually offered me a job at the center. Yeah, me, as part of their rehab staff. Talk about full circle. Now I've been serving in ministry with the Salvation Army for the last 6 years. I've witnessed miracle after miracle, not just in others, but in myself. And speaking of miracles, AV, can we get that second picture? Yep, that's me. With my wife, the love of my life, and our beautiful family. God didn't just deliver me from drugs. No, He gave me a home, a purpose, a wife who loves Jesus, and kids who will never have to visit their dad in jail. The spirit that lives in me today, I know the spirit that lives in me is not fear. It's not shame. It's power and love and self-control. I am who I am because Jesus didn't give up on me. And because the Salvation Army had a place where grace and grit met, where addicts become ambassadors. Now, if you're watching this and feeling hopeless, hear me. You are not too far gone. God's grace reaches deeper and stronger than your rock bottom. If He can rescue me, He can absolutely rescue you. Drop a comment if you're in recovery or know someone who is. I'd love to pray for you. Like this video if it gave you hope, subscribe for more, and I'll see you soon. God bless you and keep you. Until next time.